What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Monkey Flop here, and today wanted to go over, is PlayStation Now worth it in 2021? Specifically, we're in March, and they have added new games to the list, so we're going to go over that as well. But overall, I'd like to do this just to give you guys an idea, maybe a different perspective on different options you have with PlayStation. If you guys aren't familiar, PlayStation Now is basically a video game subscription, just like you would have for, movies like Netflix or Hulu or, HBO Max, things like that, but for video games. So these are the must-sees on PlayStation Now. So there's a lot of different games, a good variety of games that are available on PlayStation Now. I, in particular, for the longest time was like, you know what? I don't need PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now really isn't for me. But they have added a lot of new games and a wide variety of games, so that's what we're going to show you here today. And I'd love to know you guys' thoughts and opinions about this in the comments down below. Is PlayStation Now worth it to you in 2021? These are the games that were recently added to PlayStation Now. We got World War Z, Ace Combat 7, Infamous Second Sons, that's a PlayStation hit, Super Hot, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Detroit Become Human, which Detroit Become Human is also free if you got PlayStation Plus and a PlayStation 5. If you don't have a PlayStation 5, you can always use your friend's PlayStation 5 to log into your account and redeem the games. They'll be available on your PS4. That's pretty much the only way to get the free games that are available. I've discussed that one in the past, so if you guys haven't seen that video, definitely go check that out. Recently, I discussed WWE's 2K Battlegrounds and how it was on sale, and I'm like, I would not pay money for this. You know, even if it was on sale for the price it was, which I forget what it was. I think it was like $30 for this game. WWE 2K Battlegrounds is on PlayStation Now, so you could play it. One cool thing about PlayStation Now is there are certain games where you can either download the game or stream it, depending on what you have or what game is available. Let's say it's a PS3 game, you can only stream it, but if it's a PS4 game, you could download it. So on the PlayStation 4, it looks a little bit different because it gives you both options right away, download or stream. But on PlayStation 5, you get the download button, and then if you press the three little dots on the side, you can actually just stream it. Let's actually continue on here and show off some more games, and then I'll show you what it's like to actually stream a game. Downloading it's easy. But streaming it really depends on your internet connection, to be completely honest. If you pass the test, then hey, I'd say okay. But I would definitely recommend, if you're thinking about PlayStation Now, anything under 100 megabytes and 10 upload speed, anything under that, I definitely recommend you stay away from PlayStation Now. But if you have a decent speed and you want to stream games, then by all means do so. Darksiders Genesis, Little Nightmares, Bioshock Remastered, Bioshock 2, these are just some of the games recently played. These are some of the games that I recently played. One thing that I personally like about PlayStation Now is that you can go and play all of these different games and see what your cup of tea is. A lot of times these games will go on sale, but they're already available on PlayStation Now, so there's some games that might not be worth spending the money on if you are thinking about just playing it one time. If you're going to play it more than one time, then, by all means, go for it. If you think it's a good multiplayer game, then, it's worth purchasing. If you think you're going to play it more than once, maybe it would be worth, purchasing. But if you're just going to play it once, if it's a story-driven game, you're only going to play it and beat it. or if it's a multiplayer game where you're like, I don't know if it's my jam, good way to test it out. Now, there are different plans available. I definitely recommend the 12 months for $59.99. I got my PlayStation Now when it was on sale for $30 for the 12 months. PlayStation Now does go on sale from time to time, so when it does go on sale the next time, I'll definitely let you guys know. There's 3 months for $24.99 and 1 month for $9.99. If you pay per month, it's a lot more expensive. That's why they they don't show you the equivalent price for 1 month. Now, if you've never tried PlayStation Now, I do believe that they have a 7-day free trial. Definitely take advantage of that if you see it. I don't have it because I don't have the free trial because I have PlayStation Now personally, and I've had it for almost a year, I'd say. So let's actually go over the collections really quick. They do do a good job at categorizing everything and making it really easy to find different types of games. Different genres are available. You get the family friendly. We'll pop into that real quick so that way you guys can get an idea of what to expect for the family friendly. And then we'll go into they have PS4 games, PS3, PS2. They got role-playing games, action, adventure, sports, fighting, and 4-player co-op, open world, competitive multiplayer, character progression. Let's check out character progression really quickly, and that's it. There's a lot of games that are available. I believe over 800 games, and new games get added each and every month, sometimes every week. I'm going to go into the PS2 selection now, and we're just going to randomly pick a game to... Let's just go ahead and stream this game, so that way you guys can see it. But, like I was saying, they do randomly add new games throughout the month. Every month they make it a goal to update the PlayStation Now's games list. So there are some games that will not always be there. They rotate out, especially the more popular ones, or maybe even the newer ones, like WWE 2K Battlegrounds. That does have a timestamp on it when that will be removed from PlayStation Now, so keep that in mind. But this is how it looks to stream. Keep in mind, we are on PS5, so this will be a lot faster than if you were to use it on the PlayStation 4. But it does still take quite a bit of time. I loaded in a PS2 game just so that way you guys can see how it is. With PS2 games, they don't upgrade the graphics. It's just whatever it looked like back then is whatever you're going to see today. So some of the games might be a little bit rough around the edges because you're playing either on a 1080 TV or a 4K TV. So just keep that in mind. That's going to be a factor into playing some of the older titles. Even PS3 titles, you'll notice a big difference, big drop in graphics as well. So as you guys are seeing here, the game's loading up just fine. Right now, I have a pretty decent internet connection over here. So, no complaints with the internet. There are times during peak hours where I would not personally stream PlayStation Now just because my internet provider is a little bit slower. And if you still have kids at home that are on the Zoom school, then you'll probably want to download your games and avoid streaming them, especially during those times, because that can be a really big peak time as well. But as we're waiting for this game to load in, if you guys have any questions, let me know in those comments down below. I personally think it's a good value if you are the type of person that plays multiple games. this is definitely a good value for you, especially if you want to try out different games. Maybe you saw, certain games that were on sale on the PlayStation Network. Then it's a good idea to try this out. Try the 7-day free trial. See if it's your cup of tea. See if it's gonna work for you. And also, if you like it, then you can subscribe. I recommend trying to get it when it's discounted. There are websites that offer discounts. I don't really trust most of the websites. I've worked with a couple of websites in the past for discounted PlayStation Network codes, but there are none currently that I would recommend personally. I know there's going to be people in the comments down below, oh, you can get it from da-da-da-da website or that website. Do it at your own risk, in my personal opinion. But yeah, this game is actually taking a little bit longer to get into the actual story than I want. The actual gameplay, there's a long, there's a long cutscene in between it. But it looks like we're actually getting into it now. So I wanted to show you guys really quickly how it is to play the game and not just watch cutscenes. My cat is playing with some plastic that I just took away. Okay, I'm actually gonna exit out of here because it's taking longer than I expected to get into a game. We're actually gonna go back into PlayStation now. And keep in mind, this is the PlayStation 5, so, moving through games is going to be a lot faster than on the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 does take longer to get through and do things, so there's that. Let's stream this game, so that way you guys can see the process and everything. But yeah, on the PlayStation 4, it will take a little bit longer to get into games. Checking your internet connection will take a little bit longer. And, getting in and out of games will take a little bit longer as well. But overall, it's not that bad if you have a decent connection. Now, if you're on the PlayStation 5, you shouldn't really have any issues whatsoever with this. It should be a pretty streamlined process. This process right here, checking the connection and getting the game started, typically does take this amount of time. But if you're going into, straight into the game, you shouldn't really have any issues or hiccups. If you're streaming the game, of course, this is what the process looks like. But we are about to get into it. Oh man, the PS3 sign-in logo up there. That is so crazy to see. I haven't seen that in so long. I want to jump on my PlayStation 3 and play some games just to see. Now installing trophy data. And by the way, trophy data is supported with PlayStation now. So if there are games that, older titles that have trophy support, you'll be able to earn all of the trophies on that as well. But I'm not going to edit anything out. I'm going to leave all of this in because I want you guys to see the entire process of getting into a game when you want to stream. There's no save data. Would you like to create save data? And also, the save data will, be saved even though you're streaming it. So you don't have to worry about that. That's a good thing too. But let's go ahead and get into this game. Now we are on the PlayStation 5, so the game should load fairly quickly, even though we're streaming it. Let's see, after the story, let's just do a versus match really quick. Player 1 versus computer. I've never played this game, so don't judge me. I'm just selecting, whatever character as quick as possible just to get in. And as you guys can see, the graphics are very notably different. This is a PS3 title. The one that you saw before was a PS2 title. So, you know, some of the cutscene graphics are going to look pretty decent. If you remember, on older generations, graphics were not all that great, as you guys are seeing now. But on the cutscenes, they look fantastic. So, they're doing a little banter, a little bit of talking, and we fight. But as you... I don't know what the buttons are. But as you guys can see, there's no lag, really. If you're playing during peak hours, you might experience some lag. If the game has the download functionality, I recommend you doing that over... Ooh! We just did a thing with the thing. But I definitely recommend you guys download it if you have room and space. I know not everybody has room or space on their consoles, whether you're playing a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, or maybe even the 3. You know, memory is very limited for some people. Not everybody has an external hard drive or an extended hard drive, so streaming it is a viable option, as you guys are seeing now. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions in those comments down below. Is PlayStation Now worth it in 2021? Let me know in those comments down below. Judging by the games that we went over briefly, and judging by, you know, how it is to stream a game, let me know in those comments down below. I've never played this game. I just button mashed. I don't even know what the specials or combos are. And I got a perfect score. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to hit a like, comment down below. Support your boy. If you guys are new, subscribe, put those bell notifications turned on. Let me show you how easy it is on the PlayStation 5 to get out of it. That's pretty easy, right? And let's say you're playing a different game. You can go to the switcher and you can switch between PlayStation Now games. So let's say you previously played this game and you're currently playing this game. You're like, you know what? I'm done with this game. I want to go back to the other game. You can do that, or you can even go into a PS5 game just like that. So hopefully I answered a lot of people's questions. If you get more questions, please let me know in those comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next news update. You guys are freaking awesome.